decide. Do you have one coffee? I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to feel alive? Do you have one coffee? I don't know. I don't know. I want to feel alive. I cannot decide. Way they're going through the body and letting them go. A little bit of back, not too bad. Tingling fingers and toes. So I make up a song. Will you sing along? Will you feel it in your heart? And will you play the part? Do I want coffee? Don't know. I can't decide. Do I want to be alive? This crazy existence of which we live. Too much to receive and give. But it's all about receiving and giving. So let's enjoy. What does that mean? Who knows? Who knows? In sleep or in awake, but will you really get to? Or will it just be others? Resume. We'll start shortly. Just a few minutes in. Good day to you. I hope you're doing well. Just settling very slowly in. You're meant to be here, and I welcome you to just, okay. That's fine. That's good. Unfortunately, he's not able to be part of this immersive experience for whatever it may be. 10, so we will explain. Cartoon shows that explain. I forget what now we didn't have much of these, but we can get more because we love these. I don't know what pearl sugar is or where it's from. Stop getting a sandwich before I forget. Don't you let your heart forget the little things, the things that are important, the things that make it sing. It's on top of his pizza I wish he'd share. It was just last night it was not there. It was on the top shelf next to it was on the top shelf and on the food. Oh dear, oh dear. Have you heard? He's living in the front. He's on his last. Been brought to our potential. But but it was all part of like groups of I don't know. It's meant to be, yeah, baby, baby. And all the goodness. Because most of us deserve that. And we should want it for ourselves and for others. I thank you for whoever gave the like, although it doesn't look like anybody is there. There's 2 here now, and I welcome you. I hope that the survive, but it's morning. I've been trying to feel a bit more meditative, a bit more kind of immersive. I'm feeling kind of lyrically, or I'm just feeling a bit creative. It's like one of those ones where I feel like almost like I'm in some sort of production. Whether I ever will again in my life, who knows? That feels like it was more my childhood, to be quite honest. But I guess time will tell, right? And there was 2 people here, but anyway. Okay, that's what I say. Hey, that's what I say. But we try to get some satisfaction, right? Where we can in life. We're about 8 minutes in, just starting the day. G is going to be back very soon to play a bit of piano before he's on his second last day at the job that he's at right now. And then it's uncertainty of what's coming next. And the other person here didn't even seem to send a He's going to take it into voice acting. Who knows what he's talking about over there? But that's what I'm talking about. And also, possibly, don't even know this is. Oh, wow. That thing I found last night that was not in English by that. Yeah, that's a name I was asking about. I thought it was maybe a phrase or something, right? Anyway, to think of songs that are well. If you get another ball to get roll under furniture and take from another dog and this and that.
Well, I'm afraid that he exchanged balls with another dog.
There was somebody. You said there's nobody there, and then there was somebody there.
There was somebody there, and usually I usually go.
So that glow in the dark one is no longer.
It's no longer with us. I'm sorry.
Hell, I like that.
So did I. I'm sorry.
But it'd be a different experience if I'd been there.
It probably. Oh gosh.
No, man, we're muted.
Sorry, it's not that big a thing. I'm.
A moment, please, crisis.
Well, I tried to
Give
get
me some video.
We'll exchange balls again. I'll see if they have some at the Jolly Ram or.
Us. And we need some shot. Sure. None of this. I can't. No more. If you have a song request, feel free to put anything on your heart. Feel free to put in the chat. Remember, I had an interesting idea for what to put on a chocolate chip muffin the other day, but it wasn't the time of day that I wanted to eat it or whatever. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't necessarily need anything else. But anyway, I've forgotten what the idea was. It hasn't came back to me. So fancy waffle, coffee. coffee it is. I'll be right there. I'll play piano shortly. Some things are messy. And the clothes are in there. Oh my goodness, this ever. So that's that was me. You can take the little treat that you want. A little treat can sometimes be a big treat. And the conglomerates, or what's the word? The businesses that are, prospering, make all your money. They think because they've been around a long time, the hoity-toity, they can, I understand the cost of things and stuff, but they can be less, whatchamacallit, and yet charge time. So I think Worth the Space was trying to say that he was glad that we were able, but really we didn't know we were going to spend that much. $4 extra for the costs. The taxes. Other than that, it was about 50 or 60. Still about 10 or 20 bucks more than I would have thought. But why not get the energy? I guess we'll find out. Time to wait. Okay, well that's just an idea. Right there.
This is empty.
All the aren't that way. It's a hard to comment. What if we run away to Mars? Back. What are the ones who want to come back? Okay, never mind. Right there. Welcome in. Right Hi, Ruby. How are you? I guess you somehow realized it was us. Welcome. Welcome. So glad to have you here. Like I say, I appreciate your patience with any lagging or advertisements. Just what we can, because life is short. So just a rather beautiful moment. I guess your kids are at school because your time difference can't be that much different than ours. Are you off from work today? But so glad to have you here with your company. 22 minutes in, you're the only one here. And yeah. Is this live? Yes. Is that life? Is this life? I guess so. And we'll see what it is. We'll see if it feels like it. And we'll try and grab that ball from the dog so that he doesn't get it under something or whatever. And I'll be right back. Is it that time yet?
I think he's lost.
Oh.
But I think he's aware he's lost.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
We're going to try and get John before. Yeah.
What
And I
is
can't.
this?
I can't. He's going to be at it all day for me.
I'll see if I can get at it.
Okay. You're right there. And when you get it, put it somewhere. This smells good. Okay, he's finished. Well, I have to see that it's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
All right, we want to take care of something. We'll be right there. So you just enjoying the new? No, yeah. Have you answered? Is the music live? Yes. This whole thing is live. Where'd you go? It's as live as it's gonna be, anyway. Does it appear as if it's not? But it should say so at the top. Oh, we have to get a lot of things, but you know, not that person has a computer. It's not really, but there are certain needs, and they. Hopefully, yes. Because we don't let them know. That's what the other day. And I just no, they don't need the stuff, but like for health reasons, for transportation reasons, for
to get through the summer. And include that here. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, golly. Whew. Okay, it doesn't look like Ruby's still here, unfortunately. Well, this far in. Somewhere I should have. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to do, and I'm not too sure which one I want to start with, so just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Lots of people play piano, lots of people play guitar. Hopefully the jamming musically opportunities will come to us, and we'll find the right place, the right people to go back into our earlier days with. Yes, everybody dies, but let's hope that none of us will be rushing it. So we've got the dog singing a little bit. We've got the guitar. We've got the lyrics. We've got the voice. We're not on the voice, but we got the voice. I'm gonna make sure he gets this. It's not his time yet. That's good to know because that's not what Steve said. And the person was there very briefly. It's nice to see you. Yes, but I've got to go be with my brother right now. So we just missed him here apparently. So ciao for now, Leanne. It's early. It's a music and sound immersion, but the person didn't stay long enough to hear that instruction. That's what we want to call it, but I don't think it is. I don't know the other word. Oh yeah, are my nails too short for this? I don't know. It's about hanging out. And what you hear, what you need. It's about hanging out to the sound and the music. You're still later. Song in my head, yeah, or the other one, or this one. What will if it wasn't such, yeah, that was not your invitation to no, he's I just need to make sure the dog has water. It wasn't such a, it wasn't a thing. If it wasn't a, busy in the area kind of thing. Hello, Andreas. How are you? Were you here the other day, or have you been here before? I almost recognize you, but I don't recognize as the expert part. Welcome. Is this okay? Yeah. Ruby, are you here? Are you back? You were. Okay. Well, welcome back. I can't remember. Here's an interesting question for you. And good day. How are you? First of all, where are you watching from? Secondly, thanks for coming back. I guess you've subscribed, although it must have been a subscription. And what time of the day is it in your country? And hi from Canada. The other question I wanted to remember to ask. Sorry, it's like 3 or 4 in a row, but 2 of them are easy. We're gonna do some music. We're gonna do some chatting. Oh, right, Romania, right. And I'm almost getting a vague, bit more of a memory myself. What stood out to you from that stream that you especially liked, that especially resonated, or has maybe even stuck with you? What a fabulous question, right? I think I'm remembering something. Um, what is SR? I know it could be a few things. Morning, brother. God bless you and your family. May the light came actually before Andreas and as our nations came here. That I am open to topics. Yeah, I mean mostly. So if there's anything that you're passionate about, or anything that's particularly stressing you out, camera visually, um, for a reason other than just to immerse in the full experience. Of the sounds that the music and stuff that is put into this. I remember showing you a few items in our home, and I seem to remember this coming up, and it fell off of what it was on the other day, and oh, John, thank you for the second like. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the best we got until Tuesday. I do not need another device, but geez, it's usually easier, better. The one day it didn't work outside, which I mean, I mostly want to do them inside anyway, but the one day it didn't, and then, well, it was kind of hard to tell because the things weren't super active at the times when it was outside. But I mean, I talked to Jackie a little bit. No, I think it was. So, but so I think it was a little bit better. What do I want to put this on? I don't know. I mean, because why is this loop here otherwise? So I guess that works. I just reminded myself I could do a particular kind of that. It actually is shaped a bit like a horseshoe. Have good luck. Keep me and have good luck. Right. I wish I didn't see that side. But let's transition the topic for a moment, and then we'll do some music. And I'm really sorry if it lags. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I am connected. Let me just check. I forgot that I was. Let me just check and see. How things are sounding from my other device. Do I collect? I've never heard it called antiques. Knickknacks. Old stuff? Somewhat. Not as much anymore, but we still have a lot of the stuff, so yeah. Up until in a couple days, someone in our home worked at a place that got a lot of that kind of stuff, and used to be able to get it for very good deals, if not actually free sometimes. In my country, we have, yeah, so sorry for any lagging. Taking off my socks. Chilly with the AC, and now they're not. No, anyway, and this is sitting on my lap. So, my country, we have one of those best units in the world. Yeah, he's thought about looking, but also because of the cost. The cost apparently has went up. I mean, we use it a lot, but yeah, always you're welcome to come back into things. We have, and hopefully it'll be better. Again, I don't know how to set the advertisements to not set. You said it's okay now, so I won't check the. I won't check on my device because as long as it's okay for one or two people and we're able to have a nice chat, then I'd like it to play back good for everybody that's wanting to be a decent person here and part of the conversation. But and I know you do, so second or third in the row, maybe from you.
So I don't know why you thought that maybe it was your internet. That's the case, unless you're not one of the ones that has that. But hey, it gives us time to get frustrated and slow down and, and kind of think a little bit. I mean, we pay for the one of the $10 tops. Okay, so we're going to move to Romania. Once we have less stuff and more money. 3 and 2, Ray's working on it. Hello, Ray. How are you? So yeah. So that's cool. So I am going to bring this up on the laptop anyway, though, because it's right in my face. Because I just think it would be a good idea. So, Andreas, what time of day is it there? Can't remember what our time difference is at the moment. It's too early here, but hey, in a couple days we'll be able to more gradually come into the days, and that's how I think existence should be. I understand that it's not, and this and that, but I think it's better for the body. It's better for the soul. Personally, I pay. You have 3 phones? Is that what you're saying? But is that, I guess, just you or your relatives as well? And you're gonna put it in the time in the way that makes me have to count. 4 in the afternoon. Okay. So, are you home from work then? What kind of work do you do? Like within your family, like they're not all your phones, right? And then there's the 2 Earth machines. So we got 3 people here. I want to welcome you in. If your comments show up, they're genuinely trying to be part of the conversation. I'll either notice them, or Andreas can maybe help out if I'm not acknowledging them, and he thinks that that there are people that are trying to, like, say, be a decent part of the conversation. In what kind of products or whatever? Okay, I wonder how common that is. Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, that's pretty common. And what about the third one? You other half? So I don't know. Anyway, but so yes, is there any comments I'm not seeing from the other 2 people? I didn't think it was anything like sketchy. It's how you acquired them, but. And that's what they say in apologize. Just kidding. But okay, cool. So, what type of products do you does your company work with? We are at 67%. I feel like, and also, do you have any children? Out of curiosity. So no children here. Self-employed. Just kind of have it. Let's be quite honest. The third light just went somewhere. Was that intentional? And if not, of course I have. I'm semi-surprised they have it there because I know some places don't have skip. Yeah, if that third light was unintentionally unliked, can you please put it back? Or if it was a misunderstanding, maybe we can come to an understanding. And yeah, appreciate it. Okay. I wouldn't have necessarily thought there would be a quality analyst connected to DoorDash, but anyway. And of course, everybody's, yeah. Start a clothing brand with no inventory, step by step. Interesting. No kids here. I don't plan into having not even one, into this world. No, I mean, I get that. I had a very interesting experience the other day. Well, I guess that's the word for it, on our stream. There was somebody who's living in a place that's hard to live right now and was sharing some difficult feelings. At the same time, I happened to be playing a meditative mantra, music meditative mantra type thingy. and which I'll never forget. She didn't focus on that. She didn't focus on the play playing. She said he's a good singer. Anyway, but yeah, and the guy was hearting it the whole time, and then the I mean, kind of distracted things too much. But anyway, so I was thinking about doing that again today, actually, and I would love to say that I had musicians accompanying me. I mean, G accompanied me on the flute the other day. I mean, maybe I should wait to do it again until he's able, three and two, able to accompany me on the drums. Just like hand drums, but and I'm iffy about it because sometimes I think it's just too pounding. Do I want more coffee? I don't know. When my parents were young, houses and apartments were cheap. I prefer to say heck. Now you have to pay 250,000 euros for a 3 or 2 bedroom apartment. So about it. Depends how it's done. Why you asking such a random question? I mean, I'm okay with random, but it seems yeah. And I guess I don't know. Maybe what we were talking about at the moment, may not have been that interesting to anybody else. So let's see what we can do to do for that. But I've appreciated the conversation quite a lot. So. Hey boys. Well, I guess yeah. Although some people might have thought that name was Andrea, but yeah, I guess it does seem like there's a guy here. Interesting. Right. What makes you say that? Triple A, Triple F. BWT, whatever. Sorry. I'm a diva. I mean, maybe sometimes I think of myself like that, but not very often. I'm not really sure why you're getting that vibe. Aren't we all sometimes, though? I mean, seriously. Yes, that does. You gotta be. Keep life spicy and moving. I don't know. It's not really a mode I'm in much at all. So, surprise. I'm going on a date with my girlfriend. I don't know what to do. Can we address your previous comment first, though? I'm very curious where you're where you're coming from and saying it. I appreciate that, Andreas. I mean, I'm being pretty darn honest with AAA, Triple F, whatever all that stands for. But I appreciate you saying those words. This is YT. So I mean, and even if it wasn't, it's good to have a bit of what's the word, right? Anyone can. Anyone can. Well, that's very interesting. We were just watching, or started to watch a movie with the other person in our house the other day where the main character's name was that, and I've also had a dog named that. And where are you watching from, Max? And why will you not clarify what you mean with your first comment there? And what do you mean? Okay, right. I'm sure you'll figure your date out, though, and it'll be lovely. How long have you been dating? Okay, so that's 2 or 3 questions, because I think I also asked where you're watching from in the world. Wonder if you're a Max I've ever met before. Not because of your comment, but just because I've met one, and then, a couple online. I don't think you're a Max I've met on here, though. 1 online, 1 person. 2 online. Maybe 3. Seriously. I just need to get our dog something because he's distracting us. Oh, waking up fast, but yeah. Oh, I also should plug in the device. I largely need it, but if I'm not playing music, good. I'm really, yeah, and that other person. Be right there in under 5 minutes. I know it is really, you know, speak loudly sometimes. I don't know if I want more coffee. I don't know. Do I? That just make my mind more active. Plus, I had almost a full, somewhat small cup, but still. And part of me, I mean, if I'm not streaming, because I'm not going to be doing a sleep stream, part of me is kind of okay. It's just the type of day today is. If I no, uh, when I'm not streaming. Tried to do that recently with something I used to watch that I mostly like, not entirely. And actually, I've met someone on YouTube who's been in her audience. But I don't know. It didn't happen that I fell asleep. Oh, yeah. That's what movie you're hoping to see. And would you please give the video a like? You are a man. Okay. But why did you mention this Eva thing? I'm not meaning to be a diva about it, but but seriously, just tell me. Okay, that's pretty good. Fortunately, do I have a listen over here? No, that's the one over there. Well, I'll be over there in a moment. I think, it's nice to go places with a view regardless. There's that 32 following me. I mean, my friend passed away at 32, and it's totally fine that there's 3 people watching. 2 likes. I mean, hopefully the 2 of you are speaking. Hopefully the 3rd, now the 4th. Anyway, join in on the lovely conversation. 5. But anyway, yeah. So basically, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. But yeah, so just feel like she's kind of around me more right now because I matter to her and feels like I need it more. Don't spend a lot of money. Yeah, it's more about making memories and spending money, but you can't avoid the spending part. So why won't you answer? Thank you for the 3rd like. Why won't you answer about bringing up that word into this? I'm just wondering. Like seriously, it felt very random, but I am curious, because I'm that type of person, curious. I have a song about that actually, an original song. I don't know if I'm ever going to make an album because I don't really like working in the studio that much. But now that he's up and he has some of the ability, but he's even very particular. Not to the same level of someone that, which some bands that are actually trying to make music themselves might still utilize, but I'm not really sure. My brother was at it for quite a long time. I think Gene knows that. I don't really. Where'd the 3rd like go? Was that intentional or not? Please put it back and we can talk about any misunderstanding. All right. I think he's just been doing that job for too long and wanted to try something else. But you think we'd be part of each other's journey in that? Like it's just, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. You can't really be yourself in public. I really wonder what you're saying with that, Andreas, because I want you to feel like you can be yourself here. However, it is the internet. And I mean, like I said, I try and be as honest as I can with my viewers. And that's, I never am dishonest. Maybe I withhold some information, but hardly ever, but not everybody, including people that you're not familiar with, need to know everything about you, but if you're getting to know someone and you like their vibe and you want to do that, that's a bit of a different thing. Honestly, it is bugging me a little bit, Triple F, that you're not answering that other question. So if you would, please. Field with beautiful roses. Do roses grow in a field? I don't know if I've ever heard of a rose field. What country is that in? I heard of someone that passed away climbing mountains on Christmas Day. That's been a lot of a lot at first dates. I usually, hello, Caitlin, how are you? I usually just, I don't know a lot of dates. I just kind of just, well, I never, nothing. Well, some of my past partners I've known from other things, like a group I used to go to, or when I was in high school. So we kind of, it wasn't like we just met each other, and you gotta careful doing that sometimes, and just went on a date kind of thing. And honestly, sometimes we just hang out at each other's place. I mean, or yeah, because that's how they kind of precipitated. Um, no, there were a few things here and there, but and then an online relationship, and then I don't know if I go using that at Horton's dates or not. And then I guess the place, that one restaurant. But other than that, and then things just gradually moved very quickly because we're so fabulous. We're such a great deal. Just kidding. Go to the park, get some beverages and smokes. Sorry, I don't mean to, I know it's not necessarily healthy, but if it's medicinal stuff, it is a bit healthier and often legal in a lot of places. And yeah, I don't know, it can set a vibe. What country? Women in Romania. Who says what gender somebody might be into though, right? Don't really like money and expensive things. Oh, really? Yeah, Romania sounds like a great place. I'm not too sure what I think about the vampires, but other than that, sounds like things are very affordable there. And I don't know, cheap. I'm sorry, but that's not a good thing. I don't know. They want to have a good chat and good memories. Don't we all, though? Honestly, truly. Hey, you, Caitlin, Colorful Hearts, how are you? So AAA, Triple F. I'll say it once more because it's eating at my curiosity. It truly is. I mean, maybe I don't entirely want to know, but I mostly do. And I meant to plug this in when I came over here. So hopefully when I get up to get my lotion, the dog will be good in the hood. Yeah, that other water, unfortunately, thawed out really quick. I think I took it out in the evening and put it in the sink. So I put that there. Let me bring this over here. But anyway, no. So as far as that thing, I mean, I know that there are a few other people here, but I'm very curious. And if you don't answer, I'm, again, you are being, you're not trolling, and you're not. Whoops, sorry. You are being a genuine part of the conversation, of which I do appreciate that. Hello again, Maverick. Hopefully, you'll be a bit more chatty than the last, at least one time. I think you've been here twice, though, and I still love your name. Anyway, I'm not too sure if you're, honestly, the other thing, AAA, Triple F, is I'm not too sure if you're, and I don't know what message you just retracted, and I'm at to replace that charge turn, if you're here to chat with me or just the other person. I mean, it's okay if it's a bit of both, but I don't know if I really feel that you're chatting with me. That's my questions. And I feel that's an important part of the stream as well. But again, I think you missed what I said there, Andreas, and I hope I'm saying that right. Also, they are kind of shy. Okay, so first of all, let's see here. They're kind of shy here and don't really like public places. Well, everybody is in public. Everybody is different. Some people are more introvert. Some people have, various reasons, financially, whatever, why they may not. And feel like it's a culture, a religion, gender, or anything like that kind of thing. Sorry, I'm just topping up my water here. And I don't know where the other lid went, so I guess I'll put that there. As much as it is an individual thing, and I know that you must realize that. You must. You're not realizing it initially, but that's because you've got a girl of the brain, and I'm guessing in your girlfriend. We got 4 likes, thank you, and 10. That was pretty fine. Okay, so anyway, I want to do some music soon, but the dog just laid down in front of me. I don't want to make him get up yet. I'm still waking up, but I would love to do that. Trying to decide with this one immersive, almost meditational. Where did the 4th light go? Was that intentional or not? I think if I want to wait until 10 again. If I want to wait until Wednesday, when G would be able to join me on drums, because I really would like to. Today I got the sense, even though it's bright and early, like I wanted to do like a rock version of it, and I could do that myself, but it's nicer when there's other musicians. And I mean, I was more connected to that world, in my even younger days. But she refuses expensive stuff, AAA, and says anything will make her happy. It's from me. That should make you feel good. Make you feel good. Affordable, no expensive. Sorry, I'm not too sure what you're saying. A liter of gasoline. Okay. Um, yeah, well, we went to a place recently. I'll just say I went to a place recently, and with the taxes and additional to the dish, which is good because it really wasn't all that fancy. I mean, the sauce was maybe a little bit better than I would have made, but the place has been around since the 70s, I think, and we've got 7 people here or 3 watching. I think at least 2 more likes would be great for this moment in time. And then please keep them there. Anyway, but I think worth like, really. And I do have an idea for a piano studio shortly, and I'll take song requests in that. But yeah, or I could do it on guitar. I guess we'll have to see if my fingers and my arthritis will let me forth somewhere again. Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, but yeah, it was a so-so experience. Well, 10 people. I hope that you're all having 8. Just noticing a lot, there's some consistency. I will say that dancing a little bit more than I sometimes notice all at once. Caitlin, hopefully you're there. Please, I will catch up. Maybe you can, if you have any answer for anyone, just put my time up for a moment and then get into the comments here. So, sounds like a genuine kind person, Max. She's wonderful and kind person. No offense, with banner. Interesting channel name. I mean, I don't think I'm bothered by that. I know of the character. I don't know of the other name. Hope you get married, Max. Plan to propose to her in a few months. Unless she proposes to you first. Do you have any hopes as to the kind of wedding you would have? You're such a great part of the conversation. You're like, no, maybe I was wrong. Why did you think it to begin with? Like, it's kind of slightly annoying me that you won't answer that question, and I don't know why you're not answering it. Can you at least tell me why you're not answering it? Like maybe I'm not meant to know the answer, but what do I think about it? Because the other was a pretty good part of the conversation. Oh, gee, you're both engaged, and you're both in too far away a country for us to come and perform at your wedding or do the photography for you. And you're already inviting each other to. What was the retracted delay? Usually, how many people come at a wedding in your country? In my area, too, of course. 100 to 150 for a medium-sized wedding. I wasn't even at my own. I mean, it was in another country. It was pretty much just her parents, maybe her siblings, his mother probably, and that was it. And they wanted it that way. Choice thing too, but I don't know why someone would want it that way, other than that it's cost effective. I always think he's been doing quite well, but maybe there's more gaps. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's more pricey to live there, and the lifestyle he's living, the posh life. I don't know. This world. Maverick, love y'all. Great name. It depends on each person. See you, Max. Okay. Max didn't want me to know that he was leaving, but it sounds like I don't. Okay. You're going to answer the host's questions, You're not going to be amongst, no matter how good you are, or it's going to feel iffy. Never been on that site, but that character reminds me of the old school. I mean, I'm not judging somebody that's on that site, but to me, that does seem a bit more like trolling, you know? Because just to jump in, just that kind of comment right off the hop, and then some people are going to, comments about that character. I honestly don't know why he was so disliked. I mean, it was never huge, but that part of it was because he was disliked. So I said, oh, I guess I won't watch it because most people in my school are so iffy about him back in the day, Maverick, we're focusing on the people that are here right now, so. And I'm just going to very quickly look at something here, and you can tell me who's here. I think she said that she does, right? Yeah, no. Interesting image, though. Andreas, are you still there? I knew what SR meant, too. So I could be an SR diva. Just kidding. A deep moment the other day. I was thinking about a cousin I haven't really seen since my teenage years. Since then, because she moved to another place and I just didn't. And I remember some details, but about her, I remembered some of her personality, but I didn't remember her as strongly as I remember the other ones, and that kind of made me feel iffy. But whatever. I don't know why it's going to. Well, I guess I'm telling it before I feel like I'm telling it to. Maverick, if you're there, can you please tell me how old you are? I really love your name. Actually, no worries. No worries about telling me, but I preferred that someone was over here. Or, in other words, oh, I don't know what to say. I communicate as one. I mean, but I must say that you could tell by your picture that you might not be one. That being said, one could think if they had a thoughtful enough mind. I'm not too sure about the description either. And yeah, features don't always work for it. That is your child. But based on the kind of posts I've seen, I'm thinking that more likely it's the others. So yeah, just gonna have why would you think there is, Christy? Very interesting comment. It does kind of make me think the attic, which I haven't been in. It's a very interesting comment. I don't know if I'm guessing what you're thinking of when you say that. So I'm just looking at my computer for a moment, looking at YouTube. Oh, I should also, while I'm here, the confused look was the best. Thank you. Can you please tell me why you asked that, or I'll become a diva? Let's do to others as we've done to them. Nobody likes to be confused. It shouldn't be what we're trying to make other people be, because we know that ourselves that it's not a pleasant feeling. So, like I said, just looking at the computer as well. Mostly this chat, being a bit, I was trying to get something to print if I can. I tried to last night. It didn't seem like it was meant to happen last night. Just all the trim, I thought maybe one opened. That would be like something out of a movie, Portal. That's for sure. I'm thinking Narnia, but I'm not sure if there's any other ones that might come to mind. No, it's just an old house. That one comment really threw me off that you said, not the first one, but I wish it did, though. What kind of land would we like to go into? That is a fun idea. Even though I haven't been awake super long today, somewhat, and I've had some sugar, that is a great question, as to what kind of, would be, I don't want to forever think of that wall behind me in that way, depending on what we come up with. I mean, I kind of, but if you were to enjoy a theater, improv, whatever you want to call it, type of performance, what kind of things would you like to have in it? If you could, place your ideal world, other than maybe if you already feel like you're living it, what would that look like? At least it's in that order. But yeah, if you could answer that question. Oh, was it? I thought that was a video. Okay. A video. Also karaoke. Hi, Ray. How are you? And I know that probably was a wonder, right? Unless the numbers aren't accurate at the top, because they're like, well, I see a Christy. And Christy, how'd you come across the channel? And is it your first time here? And they're like, my name's not Ray, so I'm confused. And again, never my intent to make anyone annoyed, confused, anything like that, because I know that those aren't feelings. Why would I want to make someone feel that? Like, it's just doesn't, but at the same time, I may have been misreading your comment, Christy. I think you said something, and then I don't know, you just like that I made, I don't know, and that's how you interpreted it. But actually, I didn't really, well, I did a little bit. Okay, let me try and print my healing mantra meditation thing again, but I think I'm going to do it Wednesday. I know that we've got life today, and now I'm wonky, like, okay. Please wait for printer connection. Okay, now it seems to be behaving. Okay. So that's good. Device. Anyway, so do you have any song requests? Is there anything particularly helping you out in life? And if you could please do. I could put the bars filling and it's still saving. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like say song request, anything stressful. I do have one particular song idea, and I'd like to, I think, that tune type of thing. Hopefully the AC won't be too loud, and it is almost 9 o'clock. What's the charge at? Not as high as I'd like it to be, considering it might drop before I would think it would. But I'd like to do some music, though. I do have another interesting question. Is there anybody in your life, so I'm just going to finish something up on the computer here, and then I'll look at be focused on the thing. Is there anybody in your life who, there's lots of people in my life, I'm just kidding, who you're struggling to let go of for some reason? And we've got a medium in the house, white light heating allergy, who will hopefully not tell me about any further surgeries. I don't need to know that much detail. Hello, all in caps. How are you doing? I won't fixate on that too much. It's obviously a device thing. Glad to have you here, though. Very glad to have you here. Say hello to Christy. And I don't know if Andreas is still here. I don't think the others are. But there's 2 people here, so I'm managing. I don't really know what to put to it, but we'll go with that one. I'm glad that the dog is not being distracting, but I'm feeling called to the piano. The piano or the guitar. If you guys could choose one for me, that would be great. And then while I'm playing, although I wasn't singing, didn't say with that one individual, it didn't say no matter what I was doing, it would be annoying. Yeah, and if it lags at all, just come back in. I appreciate it. Sorry if there's any advertisements. But while I'm playing, I might put the phone down and just let you immerse in the song. So, next, please, folks. You guys struggle with indecision too? Like, neither of you is choosing. So, I guess it's going to be me. In that case, I don't even have to get up. I think that makes it even more obvious than the chords would. You know this song. Oh, this is so obvious. If you don't know it, you don't know the song. Nah, I'm feeling mixed about it actually now. So that's as much of it as I'm gonna do. I was kind of feeling mixed about it to begin with. What's under that song? Well, that requires getting up to where the guitar is to find out. Hopefully, if it does, it posts. I'm not gonna say the percent right now. In fact, I'm just gonna go get the tablet and keep this plugged in. Angelina, you haven't said anything beyond your Christy, Andreas, or who is? Please tell me who's watching and what you're thinking in the depths of your mind and in the depths of your mind. Because actually, those would be opposites, I believe. I believe in anything gonna. I'm gonna love you high. I believe in something go down. I believe in it. I don't like to sing that, but oh, that's a song. Nothing. Nobody has commented yet. Is Ruby okay? I know she can't talk because of her language in the word. But she typed, and it is alright if she types all in caps. I will not give her craps. Just curious. I really should probably save them later this week, but and they don't have a button. But if they work, then they work. And I think they do. And then I'll watch them. See if I like the feel of these. Well, actually, yeah, I have the green ones. Right. The green ones, right. The green ones, the green ones. The green ones, right. The green ones, right. The green ones, right. The green ones. Keep telling you. Woo. Oh. Just got my phone plugged in. Worrying about Angelina a little bit. And Andreas. You know, I don't do this to worry. I don't do this for pain. I do this for healing, and I do this for gain. And that's why I'll do this again and again and again. Yeah, the goodness that it is. Today already. Okay. Did it? Those lights are pretty common as well. Give me a moment, please. I appreciate your patience. It'll be worth it, I promise. If you have a song request or anything out, do feel free to put in the comments. If it shows up, I'll look at it and I'll see what I can do for you. You laugh. Late luck, too much pressure. Well, maybe for some people, maybe not for other people. So I'll wait till whoever comes next. How the dogs are down again. It's almost like Sweet Caroline. Okay, so that's printed. Ooh, oh, oh. This is probably good. It is kind of an interesting chord pattern, though. I will say that much. Just want to do it on the piano. So, other people like, it's like, I'm so scary. So scary, you never know. Now, I can tell you that I'm pretty consistently a stable and good person. Do I still sometimes, you know, with emotion, you know, life? Yeah, I mean, a lot of us do, but I think it's important to have empathy and you know, for each other within that, and try to be there for each other the best we can, and utilize the experiences that we've had to not only be our teacher but also help others. You don't have to have any special background, as far as I'm concerned, for the most part, to do that. And in fact, in some ways, it's better if one doesn't, because then they're coming at it at a different approach, which may or may not be that helpful. Whereas, as we all live the human experience, we have that. It's a kind of a neat way to put it, right? But it's true, though, isn't it? And three of you left, and we can all understand, you know, that some people will not stick by our side. You know, they will not resonate. Maybe we're too deep for them, or maybe we're too remind them of somebody who they are uncomfortable with. And that's something I've sometimes dealt with in my life, actually. What I try and tell myself is that I've been there. I understand feeling that way about people sometimes as well, and how sometimes, yeah, we will choose to avoid. Also, that even if they remind us of somebody else, aren't that person a better person than that person? Because likely, if we have disconnected from a person, it's because they weren't worthy of being connected to us, and maybe it's because they were too or too not great at communicating, or whatever it is. Greta Hoffman, yeah, I guess it is. You come in here with that, and I'm not too sure. You know, I just don't want people to read into that the wrong way. I'm not too sure if you're specifically saying it to me for a reason, or how it resonates. This is a safe space, though. I will tell you that much. So, but yeah, I'm just wondering, or at least as much as I can make it so. I may have been thinking of a different song. I was thinking of doing the I don't know, I'm just yapping. You call saying 3 words yapping? Interesting definition. Okay. But what I don't know is a place of hate or not. To just jump, I don't know. That's just rubbing weird. So. I would say it to other people, but I think that my vibe says that I, you know, I like most people. So if they're celebrating that, they're celebrating that. I'm likely not, but anyway, and that's honesty. I don't know what my feelings are in that way, but I know that I'm not likely celebrating it. So. Looking at a song. No, I don't think I want to sing it. This is good. There's another song I really would like to sing. The computer's being a bit wonky though. And I think it would be a good guitar. I guess it could be interesting on piano. Caitlin didn't stay very long. That's weird. Maybe it was liking too much for her. I don't know. It's not because the chat was busy, unless maybe she felt I just don't feel like I have that much energy. Just been him and a couple other people I may have chatted, but I mean, it wasn't that busy. I don't know. Weird. Maybe something came up for her. She had to plug in her. A very unique song title. Really kind of odd, to be quite honest. Just it is. It gets so warm and stuff. And even the being morning, I think it's got pretty warm outside. It's pretty warm in here. Be right back, folks. I'll let you wonder what might be for a little while. Hate to leave the stream, but sometimes you gotta. A moment. Ooh. Good thing I wasn't further up. Okay, he looked like he was gonna actually leave fine, but I'm just gonna this up. Lid. Underneath is a pin and that sugar packet I found the other day, whatever that. And Katie's gonna lay there now, so that's good. Be right back. A bit of a sugar packet. Yeah, there's four of them. It doesn't need to be four. It doesn't need to be five. Like having some brothers, sisters. Being good. I'm very tempted to play that song on piano. Oh, I know the dog's just settled down again because I just got here and sat down, but I'm very tempted. But if she's retired, she might be bored. He's having divorce. Bored and lonely. I don't mean for it to sound that. No, we know each other in person. We get along. Will we continue to? My sessions at a workshop? I don't know. But let me just check something for a moment here quickly. Based on my memory, such change. Next time I'm upstairs, I might try and remember to look that up. I believe that's ours, but I don't think I turned that off, so I'm not entirely sure. And that one I'm iffy about, and why is that one all in cap? Kind of thing. That's sometimes we come back, and it can be a good thing. That later as a reminder. We all, because we all want it. We all know how to give it to certain types or to certain people in our lives. So, although some take it easy and some are not deserving of our love, well, it feels weird to say because I feel like everybody is, so. Yeah, I don't like that lyric. It was in a small portion of this video. Good enough. What's next? I mean, in context, that lyric may be just fine, but. Every time that you're quite alright. Bed for the night. How about that one? Even if it's just instrumental, because that's less awkward. That it should be awkward, but seeing it. Yeah, I don't agree with that. She's just a girl. I can't change that. An idea for a song. Piano or guitar? It's probably going to be piano. I mean, yeah, piano. Just give me a moment, please. I need to talk about that. I've just got my device plugged in. Supersonic. Hello, how are you? Sonic was a pretty super video game back in the day, wasn't it? I mean, I guess some people still play it. He's even got a magazine. Like a little. Yeah, I don't know if it's still sold, but not that long ago I saw it, like maybe a year or two ago. Where are you watching from? Looks like you. I'll give you a few moments to put your next comment. See if the indicator at the top is accurate or not. If not, then you left as soon as you. And that's not very nice. I haven't even heard him play music yet, Oh, Who wants to hear that? Go Leanne a little bit. But I'm trying to set a Guinness record because it's that kind of day. I don't know if I've ever done this piano, to be quite honest. Yeah, my socks were over there. I believe I brought them over here, did I not? Yes, right here. So I'm going to put those on so you can people I'm over there. I would love to be on camera, but mixy. You know what? That doesn't sit well with me. Or ask. Remember, I give my best answer. You know, it transferred, it unfolded really quickly there, but they were already gone. It's scary. Just that weird. No, just kidding. No, it's a reception, but no. Nobody else was here to chat with, and but like when people get a wrong perception, it can hurt a little bit, at least a little bit, and it's like none of us want any of that kind of feeling. So I did see that. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna put that back on. I'm going to the piano in a moment. Got the device plugged in. Gonna do a cover. If you have any song, if you have a dressing you out, please put it in the comments. And if I see it, do it. Or I'll acknowledge it and see what we might say about it. That's what I could do, actually. This should be at least 70 something by now, I think, right? 71. All right, that's good enough, I guess. Whew. Doesn't seem bad so bad other times when I'm distracted enough. Keep on rolling. What do you know? Who knows? I think I'll be loud enough over top of the AC. I like it. I like it like that. I like it like that. Okay. At least see the activity happening. That's kind of a cool view. One Leanne and the other one who used to be here more often. She pops in every now and then. And also Zeko, right? And then the other one thing we volunteered at, and this one, what are the keynotes? Not that much sun coming through there, so I don't know if you're sitting up there. This would be a good song to. It'd be a good song to the keyboard a little bit, but I don't think I feel the AC as much over there. So. You got talent. I guess that's what it is. Spot on. Don't think they ever really understood. They wanted to feel Hollywood. I told them I'll be singing on TV. You told them you wanna be bugging me. Right in front of me. Half the story, so I always keep trying. Said I'm okay. Can you guess this song? And what do you think of the lyrics of it? There's a particular lyric in it that I always thought was a little bit odd, and then suddenly I didn't. I think actually I can make sense of that in a way where it's not so odd. If only it would open when I click it. Let's open in the singer's name. Here we go. you're not afraid to love someone like that. Right then. Probably different, but look the way I everything become the wind. Don't be scared, 'cause you're all I we do like each other. We're friends, but you can pull and stuff like that. You're gonna judge whether I feel capable of still modding while I'm going through whatever I'm going through. I'm sorry, that don't sit well. So anyway, we're doing some piano music, folks. Welcome, welcome. If you have a song request, please feel free to put it in the comments. Or if there's anything you'd like to talk about, I welcome you here. The next song, what will it be? I like this one, I think, just simply because of how it will sound on the piano, probably. So here we go. We all need a piano to lead on. Some down the road. Oh. course, I thought it was. That's okay. So sleepy, so. Where the phone is too deep for you to hear that. I want to get too deep. There's a fire. I'll check that. Oh, we have a tab here. Sorry, folks. Anything you'd like to talk about? If your comment shows up, I will. As long as it's genuine, okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Oh, look at that. It allows me to open a new one. I thought there was too many. But what does that mean? I don't. Let's go over here and see. What songs would you hear me do? Just gonna plug in my device. Or if there's anything that you feel is weighing on your soul that you'd like to talk about, I welcome you to do it here. Just got my plugged in briefly. We will do more music, perhaps immersive meditation type stuff. And I guess, yeah, I should have my game here. I'm making the dog be on his toes. He can stay. I like to train him actually to stay put. Just walking past doesn't mean he has to get up and. Yeah. I think I should eat a little bit more today, so that we'll bring him to the kitchen. But I don't know what I'm wanting yet, and it's a little next meal. It's semi-bread, not really. Personally, I need my bike for the festival too. Both of them. But I would like to do more. Going for walks is okay too. Right now, I'm just wanting to be home unless I have a particular plan. Is that kind of what I feel like it is? So, and it's noisier during the day. There's some construction going on. There's a couple of businesses that are kind of get a lot of traffic. So I'm here in the humble abode. I wonder how many other people have thought that. It's very interesting. I could almost see it with that. Because it's got the plants in front of it, and it's just that kind of. I guess this looks a bit like a door. I think it actually probably is a good segue then into some sort of meditative thing. So let me just, if I can help bring something forth in that way. What idea I had did not sit with G and went and plugged them in. Okay, let me see if I can bring up a what is your ideal place? We'll make this an immersive experience with musical elements, perhaps. Okay. You don't want to say? I'll just look it up. Ideal. How do I put it? I don't know. How do I put it? We got 3 people here. What I'm trying to do is have my phone plugged in for a few moments. One person here. Oh, who do we got? Oh, hello, Mountain Dew. How are you? So I'm going to be on off for a couple of reasons today, but I'm kind of just dipping around here and there. Oh, and you left. You didn't stay long last time either, but we got off to such a nice connection, so I'm not too sure what's up with that. Or at least it looks like you've left. But anyway, I've been here a couple times. It's like, oh, no, it didn't work. But it's kind of like, I don't like something you said. Is that the case? Would the mountains be an ideal location? No, because they're too high to climb up. The elevation and the temperature, and no, I'm not that interested in going to the mountains. Ideal, I don't know. Does anybody have a place that they would love to go, either real or fictional? What to think about that? I really don't know. You guys are in mind. I really don't know what to think. Maybe a name. I found a different one, but thought he found this one. I really, that's so strange. I know his device died, but who knows? I feel like he did that last time too, so. Now I'm gonna bring this 1, 2. I'm gonna bring this in front of that because I do want to go back to that one later. Yeah, again, what would be your perfect setting to be in, whether real or fictional? What would be like a dream, a place you'd love to spend a day? If I create one, I'm gonna want to share it with you. I can share it here, but right here, there's nobody appreciating it at the moment. But there would be there. I don't necessarily agree with the site. It's kind of specific, but I'm curious. What? Oh, that's weird. Although it did open, but that was weird. Okay. Although I resonate a little bit more with the site name than some of the viewers might, but This is intriguing me a little bit. Just give me a moment. And there is a video for it, but is this the? No, it doesn't look like. Let me just see if I can. No. So I ask again because I can make something up on the spot. You're somewhere you would love to spend a day if you could, fictional or real place. And this is groceries. I think in one of these tabs the Jordan first to open. I will come back to it. Maybe this is the reason why some people take years to write a book. You know. It'll be on the screen shortly. I'm just plugging in my device, but I want you to feel comfortable here. So, and then they leave. Well, somebody says maybe they need both. Well, yeah, you profit. That's what you do. I'm not too sure if I'm feeling that song, actually. Let me just see. Can't remember what I left on the tablet. Oh, right. A new tab for a new song. If you have a song request, the device should be plugged in soon. I mean, it's plugged in now, but. Lots of people comment on these. Recently seen, but not like in order. That's interesting because there was a song I was trying to remember that I was looking at a few days prior. But I don't think I'm seeing it here. However, this was a fun one to play the other day, just instrumentally. It's so just a moment. I'm going to be playing some music for you. Maybe not the one scroll while I'm on here. That's kind of awkward to see. It's a slow one, but it could be all right. And again, it somehow got behind the camera, so I have to be right on screen, folks. Just a moment, please. Gonna play some music. Yeah. You're never leaving your side. Right here. I know, but when you passed away, even though I'm very, very thankful for the gift, it felt like you did. It felt like it feels like in some ways I don't have you anymore. Touch. Instant image. I'm gonna do that on the one over there, I think. Okay, just gonna head to the instrument. Yeah, I think it's a bit easier with my hand at the moment to do the piano. song on the piano. Just bear with me, please. It is a bit of a softer song, but hopefully the AC won't be too loud. Yeah, they didn't look as much like Newcastle Peppers. And I want that to be part of this experience for some weird reason that I don't even know about. Okay, get up around last time, get up, life transit to us. So, yeah. That makes sense. That movie as well. We do. Let's start. Welcome.